No, he is not here.
We'll just start in a minute, ma'am.
The meantime. Okay. Okay.
तानी कई बार आवाज आ रही है
My apologies, that's my mother and she's not savvy with the computers and she's trying to join.
No problem, no problem.
My
We will
apologies.
wait for her.
Take her on board.
Gupta ma'am, can we start?
Let's wait for
Mr.
Madam
Nagesh is not here as yet.
to join.
Nagesh is not here as yet, I think.
Good evening, my lord. Good evening, my ladyship. Mr. Nagesh is just joining.
Okay.
अभी भी मिली है मैं देखती हूँ बस। हाँ जी। हम्म हम्म हाँ हाँ
Sir, Mahavir sir, namaskar, sir.
Mahavir Singh ji, have you joined?
Yes, ma'am, yes, join.
Good evening. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir. you are
yes,
audible.
sir.
Yes, yes.
Sorry, I
Yes,
was a
sir.
little late. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Pramod sir, we can start, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Kiran ma'am, with your permission, should we start now?
Yes, yes, yes.
Very
Thank
good
you,
evening
Kiran
to
ma'am.
very good evening to one and all present over here in this August gathering. I, as a teacher member of Moot Court Society Law Center 2, Faculty of Law, University of Delhi, welcomes you all in our prestigious event. This is the valedictory ceremony of S.K. Puri Memorial International Moot Court Competition Justified 2022. As our flagship Moot Court competition, the S.K. Puri Memorial Moot Court has been a grand annual event of Law Center 2, Faculty of Law, University of Delhi from years together. This memorial moot is organized in the memory of late Mr. Surendra Kumar Puri ji, with the office of Senior Advocate Mr. Sachin Puri ji. Mr. Sachin Puri is an illustrious alumnus of Law Center 2 Faculty of Law, University of Delhi, and is taking forward the legacy of his father, commitment to excellence the legal profession throughout this Moot. The tradition of our flagship Moot Court kept alive by Moot Court Society even during the lockdown by hosting the competition on virtual platform. However, that has not deterred the enthusiasm of the team, as we saw participants from more than 30 teams in our last years. And in this year, we have 36 participants in this prestigious international Moot Court competition. Now, this valedictory session, we have joined with the esteemed chief guest of the today's event, Honorable Mr. Justice Talwant Singh. And the guest of honor for the today's valedictory session is Honorable Justice Meena Bansal Krishna ma'am. We have in this valedictory session the special guest, Senior Advocate Jagdish Singh Bakshi ji. We have another very reputed and senior advocate in today's event as a special guest, as Senior Advocate Sachin Puri ji. We have another special guest in the event today, the Senior Advocate P. Nagesh ji. We have too many other special guests of today's event, particularly our Professor in Charge, Faculty of Law, Law Center 2, Faculty of Law, University of Delhi, Professor Dr. Mahavir Singh Kaulon. We have a very esteemed academician and teacher convener of Moot Court Society, Law Center 2, Faculty of Law, Professor Dr. Kiran Gupta ma'am. We have other colleagues and student participant in this valedictory session. So on behalf of Law Center 2, Faculty of Law, University of Delhi, I address my warm welcome in this valedictory session of this S.K. Puri Memorial International Moot Court Competition Justified 2022 to all. Now with this note, I would like to call upon the conveners, Moot Court Society convener, teacher convener, Professor Dr. Kiran Gupta ma'am, for convener's address in this event. Over to you, ma'am, Kiran ma'am.
Thank you very much, Pramod ji. Very good evening to one and all present here. Finally, after 3 days, we have come to the final session. You know, it is the most important and the most awaited session, being awaited by all the participants for the last 3 years, because now they are going to listen in this session the result of their hard work they have done, not just for the last 3 days, but for the last 2 months. Friends, we, as already been told by Pramod ji, that we are organizing this S.K. Puri Memorial International Moot Court Competition every year. This time we have kept it in virtual mode, though we could have organized it in the offline mode, but we kept it in virtual mode just to see to it that people from every part of India or world can take part in it, because day in and day out, we keep on hearing that COVID cases has increased in this part of India or that part of India. So to be on safer side and to keep in mind the safety of the participants, we decided to keep it in virtual mode. 38 teams have, actually we became a bit late in announcing this Moot. We announced it only in the last week of May. Despite that, we gave just 20 days for registration, and despite that, 38 teams, including a team from UK, Nottingham University, has registered for participation. 2 of them back out, they have not submitted their memorials, and ultimately the 36 teams have participating or competing with each other for the last 3 days in this competition. Today in the morning, we have semi-finals, and then in the afternoon, we have final round. And this is our valedictory session. We welcome our guest, Chief Guest, Justice, Honorable Justice Talwant Singh Ji of the Delhi High Court. We welcome our guest of honor, Justice Meena Bansal Ji. We welcome our special guest, Senior Advocate Shri Jagdeep Singh Bakshi Ji, Shri P. Nagesh Ji, and of course, our collaborator, our financial supporter and supporter in every way to us, Senior Advocate Sachin Puri Ji and his office team, including Praveen Sharma Ji, whom we call daily a number of times, keep on irritating him sometime, but always making him to accept what we are saying. And we are happy that he has accepted to all our demands. We being the academic.
Ma'am, I was never
academic
irritated.
we gave you so much of troubles.
Thank you very much.
We know it, but we are helpless. We belong to a very, you can say, resource. We don't have sufficient resources with us because we are a government organization, government university, and finance are always a problem here. So we keep on disturbing you. Now we have come to the last stage, and I think Pramod Ji, Mahavir Singh Ji is there.
Yes, PIC sir, are you here, sir? Sir, I've joined perhaps.
Yes, I have got joined.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Okay, so our professor in charge will give the welcome address, and I will come later after the speeches of all over, after listening to all our guests. So I hand over the mic to you, Pramod Ji, to
Yes,
invite Mahavir
yes,
Singh
ma'am.
Ji.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Now, to carry forward this event, now I would like to invite our esteemed professor in charge, Professor Dr. Mahavir Singh Kalon, to address the welcome to the guest and guest of honor for the today's event. Sir, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Tiwari ji. Am I audible?
Yes.
You are audible.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Very good evening, good afternoon, all of you. Namaskar. Honorable distinguished guests, all my dear friends, esteemed colleagues, present here for the inaugural ceremony of SK Memorial International Moot Court Competition Justified 2022. Again, I very good evening to you, all of you. Dear friends, Delhi University is celebrating its centenary celebration in the year 2020-23. Law Center 2 is celebrating its Golden Jubilee year 2021-22. We have already successfully organized number of programs, events, and activities. We are on our way to create a roadmap for the future generations in the continuance of celebrating 50th Golden Jubilee year of Law Center 2. Today, we are adding one more event in our Golden Jubilee celebration by organizing SK Memorial International Moot Court Competition Justified 2022. And today, as Madam told us, that it's a valedictory session. I have got recited many times that this Law Center 2 has a long, proud, and distinguished history. It is one of the distinct center of the Faculty of Law, University of Delhi. Law Center 2 was founded in the year of 1971 at the premises of ARSD College, Dholakua, to provide quality education while offering full-time LLB program. Today, Law Center 2 is a Golden Jubilee center, continues to be a progressive center, and made a strategic commitment to the higher quality of teaching and research. It is premier institution and is known for its qualitative teaching, research, and other co-curricular and extracurricular activities. The center is a hub of research and learning for law students. To promote students' activities at the center, a number of committees have been constituted, like Moot Court Committee, Debate and Seminar Committee, Journal Committee, Legal Aid Committee, Placement Committee, and Alumni Committee, etc. Today, as successfully, we have got organized this Moot Court competition, and it's the valedictory session. And today we are having our chief guest, Honorable Mr. Justice Talwant Singh, Judge High Court of Delhi. Justice Talwant Singh did his graduation in commerce from SGTB Khalsa College, Delhi University, and completed Masters in Commerce from Merit University. He did advanced diploma in management from IGNOU and earned his LLB from Merit University in 1986. Justice Singh joined the Delhi Bar in 1986 and practiced as a litigation lawyer at High Court and District Court of Delhi till April 2000. His practice area were corporate law, family law, civil and criminal law. He joined Delhi Higher Judicial Service in May 2000 as additional district and session judge. While working as a judge, he presided over courts dealing with corruption cases, heinous crimes, service tribunals, civil and family law jurisdiction. He was promoted as district and session judge in December 2014 and served Northeast and East districts till April 2017. Thereafter, he was appointed as district and session judge, headquarters, Tisadhari Courts, Delhi on 1st of May 2017 and served there till 26th May 2019. Whereafter, he was elevated as a permanent judge of Delhi High Courts. Recognizing Justice Singh's interest in ICT, his services were represented by Honorable Supreme Court of India as member judicial of each committee in the year 2013. This committee was entrusted with responsibility to computerize more than 14,000 courts all over India, which it completed in record time. During Justice tenure Delhi District Courts, he remained chairman of District Courts Website Committee and nodal officer of e-courts projects, and made his contribution in developing India's first paperless e-courts at district court level. He has been guest faculty at National Judicial Academy, State Judicial Academics, universities, information technology institutes, and law enforcement training institutions. His interest in use of ICT in courts and cyber law has taken him to many foreign jurisdictions for delivering lectures to various stakeholders. He has also authored and edited many books like District Courts Case Management Manual for Judges, District Courts Users Manual for Lawyers and Litigants, Annual Reports of Delhi District Courts, and has also written articles on ICT in Delhi District Courts, cyber law and information technology, and recent trained in use of information technology in judiciary. Thanking you, sir, for joining us. I welcome you, sir, from the core of my heart on behalf of our Moot Court Society, Law Center to Moot Court Society, and family of Law Center 2. Again, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Now, we are having along with us today our guest of honor, Honorable Justice Neena Bansal Krishna, Judge, Delhi High Court. Justice Reena Bansal Krishna did her LLB from Campus Law Center and LLM from Faculty of Law, University of Delhi. She joined Delhi Judicial Services as civil judge in the year of 1992 and was promoted to Delhi Higher Judicial Service in the year 2003. She has held various civil and criminal courts and dealt with cases of various nature, including matrimonial disputes, motor accident claims, protection of children against sexual offense, money laundering, TADA, POTA, and Prevention of Food Adulteration Act. She is a trained mediator and a master trainer with the Mediation and Conciliation Projects Committee, Supreme Court of India, having taken her training of trainers from CDR, United Kingdom in 2007. She has held the post of director in Delhi Judicial Academy from February 2017 to May 2019. Thereafter, she served as district and session judge, South East District Saket Courts, New Delhi, and she was elevated as permanent judge of Delhi High Court on 28th February 2022. Thanking you, ma'am, for joining us, and I extend my heartfelt welcome to you for sparing yourself for this on this occasion and from your busy schedule. Thank you, thank you. Now, we are also having one renowned, our guest of honor, Mr. Jagdeep Singh Bakshi, senior advocate, enrolled in the bar in 1982. Mr. Bakshi is a seasoned and highly regarded lawyer and enjoys excellent command in appearing before various courts, strategizing litigation cases, and providing exhaustive litigation strategic advice, vetting all pleadings, supervising cutting-edge research work, case preparation, planning optimum and result-oriented procedures to be followed in each and every case. He is trusted legal advisor to the prestigious clients like the Statesman, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Maharaja White Line, and many more. He is widely known for his practice in SEBI laws. He provides legal and strategic advice to various companies, PSUs, and high net worth individual. And thank you, sir, for joining us. And I welcome you from the core of my heart. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Again, we are having today Justice Nagesh. Justice Nagesh is Judge of High Court. Thank you, sir, for joining us. I welcome you also from the behalf of the Moot Court Society and from the Family of Law Center too. Today again we are having our escape, our Sachin Puri ji, who is the organizer, and I again welcome to you, sir, also for extending hand for organizing this beautiful Moot Court competition. We are also having with us our own Dean, Professor Usha Tandon ji, who is renowned scholar. Usha Tandon ji, as all of you know, I think you know that nobody is unaware about his precious renownedness, because Professor Usha Tandon is an eminent professor of environmental law, population law, gender justice, and family law, with a teaching experience more than 30 years. She is world-renowned scholar for her work on human development, focusing on environmental protection and women empowerment. She has been a fellow of Max Planck Institute for International and Comparative Private Law, Hamburg, Germany, International Institute of Human Rights, Strasbourg, France, and has to her credit, she do which specialize her in the university human rights teaching. She has the honor of being invited by the Center for Human Rights and Humanitarian Law, American University, Washington College of Law, USA, to pursue research on human rights and human reproductive health. Thank you, madam. Again, we welcome you, madam, at LC2, and I'm extremely happy that you are sparing your precious time again and again. Any program of LC2 has never been skipped by you. So we are extremely happy, and thank you, madam. And again, I welcome you on behalf of the Law Center to family. Thank you. Thank you. Over to
Thank you.
over
Okay,
to
sir.
Puri
Thank
ji.
you, sir. Thank you, sir, for such a warm welcome to our chief guest of the event and other guest of honors. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Now, in this connection, I would like to call upon the today's special guest of the event, Senior Advocate Sri Jagdish Singh Bakshi ji, to address the audience. Sir, Jagdish Singh Bakshi ji, sir, over to you.
Good evening to everybody. Honorable Mr. Justice Talwant Singh ji, our chief guest. Honorable Miss Justice Neena Bansal ji, our guest of honor. Shri P. Nagesh ji, our senior advocate. Senior Advocate Sachin Puri ji, and our one very special guest and visitor, Mrs. Sunila Puri ji. Mrs. Sunila Puri ji is wife of Shri S.K. Puri ji and mother of Shri Sachin Puri. I welcome you, ma'am. And Professor Mahavir Kalo ji, Professor Kiran Gupta ji, Professor Usha Tandon ji, dear ladies and gentlemen, and the distinguished students, I take this opportunity to speak a few words about Shri S.K. Puri. Shri S.K. Puri, the full name was Shri Surinder Kumar Puri. He was my guru, a guru par excellence. I had the fortune of working with him after my law graduation in 1982 till the year 1995 for 13 very, very long years. The daily schedule of working used to be in the office for 12 hours. That is 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. The best thing in him was that he used to give full opportunities to all the juniors, not only to learn, but also to argue the matters in the courts of law, lower courts, high courts, or even Supreme Court. He would call us and ask, "Isme kya argue karoge?" We used to tell him, "Sir, ye bolenge. Tum to yaar competent ho, go and argue." So he gave us so much opportunity and he built our confidence in appearing before the courts. He forbade everybody to address him as a senior and prohibited others from calling us, me and my other colleagues, as juniors. Like somebody would address Mr. Puri, aapka junior pesh hua tha. So he would say, "No, don't call him a junior. We are colleagues or associates." He was such a great personality. He gave me the permission to argue independently matters not only in Delhi, but also in trial courts and high courts of UP, Punjab and Haryana, Rajasthan, pertaining to defamation cases, which was actually his forte at that time. And he was the standing counsel for Hindustan Times. Although he knew, he has been secretary of the Delhi High Court Bar Association for 6 times, which is a record. He knew all the judges personally. The judges who were at one time advocates and who, from the bar, and they became judges. And once a friend of his became a judge, he restricted his meeting with the judge to only affairs of the bar. On our asking that why don't you go and meet them? Why don't you meet them in their chambers? He would say, I have imposed as a self-imposed Lakshman Rekha. So this was the greatness of the man. He was at ease in civil, criminal, and writ matters equally. The best thing about his advocacy, I must inform you, is the mock trials which we used to conduct. I have never heard any office doing it. I have never seen anybody doing it. We all are aware that earlier what used to happen, the evidence never used to be recorded before the joint registrars or the local commissioners. The evidence in the High Court used to be recorded before the honorable judges. And the dates of hearing used to be 2 years or so. After 2 years, it was known as a long cause. So whenever that situation arose, to give a fair idea of confidence building in the office in Jorbagh, top floor, we had an office, and he used to arrange for a trial of the trial which has to take place. Supposing the PW is there, the plaintiff is there, the proposed PW would be trained in the sense that out of Mr. Puri and I, one used to examine that person and the other would cross-examine that person. We used to cross-examine our own party so that the proposed witness gets an idea what the cross-examination is going to be. And also one would become the third person would become a judge and put court questions. Because this thing is very necessary for a person who is entering the witness box. That from the point of view, what we'll ask you, this is going to be your examination in chief. This is how we are going to, we used to show him documents. And this is going to be exhibited. Then the cross-examination, that chap can ask you this and this. So this used to be the scenario. He was not only an exceptional advocate, he was an exceptional teacher. Above all, a good human being. One can go on and on speaking in his honor and my experiences with him, but the time does not permit. There are other honorable, distinguished speakers. I congratulate his son, Shri Sachin Puri, senior advocate, for this laudatory and great endeavor in the memory of his late father, Honorable Shri S.K. Surinder Kumar Puri, senior advocate, who was a legend. I'll call him a legend. And I will close my closing sentences. They don't make people like him anymore. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your kind words and address the audience. Thanks a lot. Now, in this connection, I would like to call upon today's guest of honor of the event, Honorable Justice Neena Bansal Krishna, ma'am. Ma'am, over to you. Please address the audience in this prestigious event of Law Center 2 Faculty of Law, University of Delhi. Over to you, ma'am. You are muted, ma'am. Please unmute yourself. You are muted.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Talwant Singh ji, Mr. Nagesh, Mr. Jagdeep Singh ji, Dr. Mavi Singh ji, Kiran Gupta ji, and everybody. It's a great opportunity, I think, not only for all of us who have been a part, but more so for the students. I remember in our time, we never had this kind of an opportunity. It was far and few. And we did our learning only after we landed in the courts. This is a great endeavor where the law students are prepared to address in the courts. And from the previous session, I can actually congratulate everybody, especially the professor in charge, Kiran Gupta ji, and the entire faculty who take so much pain in, there's a lot of preparation, a lot of time which goes in preparing this kind of moot court. and great kudos to the faculty. For the students, I have to say that there are 3 stages. One is learning, one is knowledge, one is wisdom. So what is faculty or the teaching institutions giving us is an opportunity to learn. But learning is only the first step. Unless we are able to apply this and put it in action, we would not acquire knowledge. And moot courts are one step to apply whatever we learn in the faculty to the actual situations. And with this kind of opportunity, every moot court or every program in which they participate, they become wiser. And gradually, more wisdom comes in. A lot of credit goes to these students who actually participate with full enthusiasm, as if they are in the courts. The way they were addressing us showed their keen interest in what they are learning. And for that, I think every student needs to be congratulated. Also, the credit goes to Mr. Sachin Puri. It is this kind of initiative and opportunity which takes them all a long way. I remember in our times, moot courts used to be there, but that was a event arranged by the faculty, and therefore it was just one program where those who were a little hesitant or shy would be left out. With more and more opportunities coming in, gives a wider opportunity to all. And congratulations, Mr. Puri. And we hope that this endeavor would continue for all times, so that the newer generation also gets a similar opportunity to be a part of this activity. I would also like to put in my appreciation for Mr. Nagesh, for Jagdeep Singh ji, of course, our very own Talwant Singh ji, who's always there in every program to encourage. It is their encouragement, their presence, which makes these kind of programs more realistic, more serious for the children. And it is actually like almost creating a court environment where they feel challenged and therefore pushed to perform the best. I think more than this, there isn't much to say, except that congratulations to everybody. One thing I would also like to mention is that we have all gone through a very bad time of COVID pandemic, but we have leaped, by leaps and bounds, we have gone ahead where technology is concerned. Before our COVID times, we were all limited to our physical interactions, and this kind of far reach of moot court may not have been possible. Now, students from not only India, as we were told earlier, even some teams from abroad had opted. And this opportunity can come only with the advancement of technology, and also to all those who have put it to use and continue to use it. With this, congratulations to all. Like I said before, it's, I think, all are winners. That's all I would like to say. Each participant is a winner. And whatever be the result, I put my acknowledgement of their competence and their hard work on record, and congratulations to each one of them. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your kind words, and thanks for addressing the audience today. And very nicely, ma'am, you have said that yes, there are 3 stages: learning, knowledge, and application. Very nicely you have said, and this is beneficial for all the participants who have joined over here to us. And you have also said, ma'am, yes, this is the real credit for this event goes to senior advocate Mr. Sachin Puri ji, because he is always assist us to organize this program from years together. So that is why, ma'am, your address is very valuable for us. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for this address. Now, in this connection, I would like to invite the today's chief guest of the event, Honorable Mr. Justice Talwant Singh Ji. Sir, we are eager to hear you in this prestigious event. So, this is my humble request to please come to us and address the audience. Over to you, sir. Honorable Mr. Justice Talwant Singh Ji.
Thank you, Mr. Tiwari. Honorable Justice Neena Bansal Krishna, Judge High Court of Delhi, Dr. Mahavir Singh Kalan, Professor in Charge, Law Center, Professor Kiran Gupta, Chairman of the Moot Court Committee, Professor Pramod Tiwari ji, Madam Surila Puri ji, I can't see her, I think she may be in incognito mode, wife of late Shri S.K. Puri ji, Mr. Sachin Puri, the brain behind and the financial support of the entire event, Mr. Jagdeep Singh Bakshi, my so one of the star senior advocate we have in High Court, Mr. P. Nagesh, senior advocate, Mr. Sanjeev Nasir, another you can say stalwart of the legal fraternity is also there. Thank you, Mr. Nasir, for being here in spite of your injury, Madam Gayatri Puri ji, and all participants of the Moot Court competition. A very good evening to all of you. Thankful to the organizers to giving me a chance to interact with all of you, and especially to Mr. Bakshi. He's the one who persuaded me to be here on a Sunday evening. I think his request was something more than that, but I said confine say my participation to only to the final event because of certain reasons. The Moot courts is the, you can say, need of the day, I would rather say, because as Madam Neena Krishna has put it, in our times, we used to learn only once we leave the law faculties, the law colleges, and go to court, and we start learning the art of lawyering there itself. But Moot court gives the chance to the participants to at least have the feel of the environment which they will have in the courts. It gives them more confidence, more practice, more experience. And I think it will quicken the pace of learning of the art of being a lawyer. It's not a science, it's basically an art. This is what I say, because you can learn it only by practice. There are no set formulas in the legal profession. It is basically, the way you watch your seniors argue in courts, you see how they cross-examine the witnesses, and you learn from them. You keep, noting down their one trait or the other, or one quality or the other of the advocates who are appearing, who are more experienced, who are there in the field for a longer time. And this is the way to learn. Similarly, with drafting also, of course, one may find that there is an availability of certain formats, but every case is unique as far as the drafting is concerned. And one has to apply his mind, to the facts and circumstances of the case. And thereafter, you learn and you basically branch out in a particular field of law. Initially, when we joined the profession, we were not clear in which field we wanted to go. And there were less opportunities at that time. But now, apart from litigation, I think there are n number of opportunities for all the young lawyers, and they are availing all those opportunities. And few of the brilliant minds are also coming to the litigation, which in my view is the most interesting part of the entire legal practice. I really enjoy being a lawyer. And after about 10 months, I'll be going back to my, coveted profession once again. I'll be joining the bar in June next year after retiring from Delhi High Court. And I really loved, and I was not able to come out of, my role as a lawyer even in the last 22 years. As and when I address lawyers, my first sentence is, I am one of you, I am a lawyer first and judge next. And the God will give me an opportunity to be a full-time lawyer again, and I'll be really the first one to grab it. In the profession of being a lawyer, the sky is the limit. The lawyer can do wonders. your, the lawyers have been in the forefront of the freedom movement. Even in the present government and in the government since independence, you will find many lawyers, who have been the national leaders in from different parties. As far as my personal experience with the late Puri Sahib is concerned, I would rather say I had got an opportunity to learn from him. In a series of cases, we opposed each other. Mr. Bakshi remembers that, there was some dispute.
I used to assist Mr. Puri.
Yeah. Which there was a series of cases between two groups, which spilled over in many courts, and one branch of that family or that group was being represented by me, and one was represented by late Shri Puri ji, and even his conduct, his behavior, his respect to the court, his respect to the opposite counsel. These were the things to be learned from him. I think sometimes we feel that these qualities are lacking in few of the new lawyers who are coming in profession. Just to remind my old friends of the old practice that we are, Mr. Nasir will vouch for it. In our old times, suppose we are sitting on a chair in a court waiting for our case to come. As soon as we used to see a senior lawyer, we used to vacate the seat. There was no need for anybody to tell us. But I think that courtesy has gradually gone. They won't even, the new young lawyer, they won't even look to the corner in which a senior lawyer is standing. So similarly, even while addressing courts, we used to be very respectful to judges, even as young lawyers. And I think your conduct, your behavior in court is something which is basically reflective of your own personal and your family values. If you are coming from a respectable family, there you behave in a particular fashion, you carry that conduct to the court also. Or it can be the vice versa also. If you are respectful to your colleagues, respectful to the your judges in court, of course, it will affect your personal standing in the society also. But somehow, I think some deterioration is taking place. It may not be only confined to the courts. It may be confined to. It may have spread to the society at large also. So I think we as parents, we as you can say the guardians of the young generation, we have a duty to inculcate that spirit in the young lawyers or the young members of our families. They may or may not be lawyers, to be respectful to their seniors in family, in society, and in court also. Because your conduct and your behavior basically is something which is an asset which nobody can steal from you, which nobody can take away from you. And for that matter, because I would like to say on my personal note that Mr. Puri's family has taken that tradition further, and all the family members, I think 3 of them personally, they have taken that tradition further. And all of us must learn from these illustrious families how to conduct ourselves in court and in society. Similarly, I am also a supporter or a proponent of the idea that society has given us so much. We must give something back to the society. And this one effort from the Puri family, we will give it back to the society in the form of sponsoring the Moot court competition amongst the young lawyers. It's an international competition. Is something which we must applaud. We must my good wishes to the Puri family as well as the prestigious the law center, which and all the professors and all the people who have worked behind the scene to make it as a success. Madam was mentioning about Mr. Praveen Sharma, that he was being poked every now and then for one demand or the other. Yes, Prasad, you have a right to do so. Okay, we understand the financial crunch in the universities, but not only Mr. Puri, but every lawyer who has passed out and like me, who is not even from the law faculty, we are there to fully support your efforts, because you are not doing something for you. You are doing you're doing all this for the legal profession. The intentions of the organizers of Moot Court competition is that we should get the brilliant lawyers in profession. We are thankful to the law faculty, and especially to the Moot Court Society and Madam who chaired that society for this effort. My good wishes to all the participants, and of course, Madam Nina has, I think, chaired the final round and must have already decided about the result. As they say in Olympic, it is not important that you have won the gold medal. Your participation is something which must be applauded and which you must be very proud of. That you are few of those chosen. You are the chosen few who got this chance to participate in an international Moot Court competition, and you have been able to hone your skills and address the judges, put your case forward on the factual side as well as on the legal side. You did your research and you tried your best. Winning or losing a Moot Court competition is something which is not so important, but participation is. I again thank all of you, who has gave me this opportunity to interact with all of you. My good wishes. Thank you. Jai.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for such a nice words and kind words to our participant at this prestigious event. And surely, sir, you have said that yes, advocacy is a art of advocacy is not a science; it is an art. Yes, you are right in this point, because learning process required. So unless and until there is learning and again learning, one cannot become the good advocate and ultimately cannot become the good judge. So that is why this is an art, this is not a science. Surely, you are absolutely right in this point. You have also said that yes, art of advocacy is to connection of fact with laws. That's very important. Unless and until you are going to connect the fact with law, you cannot become the good advocate, and you cannot convince the court of law, and you cannot get the judgment in your favor. This way, very nicely, sir, you have said you have spared your valuable time at this late evening on Sunday. The Law Center 2 would be highly thankful to you, sir. Thanks a lot. Now, in this connection, I would like to invite and call upon our own respected professor and faculty convener of the Moot Court Society Law Center 2, Professor Dr. Kiran Gupta, ma'am, for announcement of the result. Ma'am, over to you, ma'am. Ma'am, please unmute yourself. You are muted now.
Let's Sachin Puri speak first. Then we will announce the result.
I'm after the chief guest. I have nothing to say. And I think let's proceed with the results. And I will only say thank you to everyone for having made this a success. And thank you for so many years that it has been continuing ever since the death of my father. That's all. Please proceed with the results.
Okay, thank you. Now the time comes for which every participant is waiting. As has been told to us by Justice Talwant Singh Ji, it is not, the question is not who is losing. In a competition, there are no loser. All makes you a winner. Of course, winners are the winner, and all we on behalf of Law Center 2 Moot Court Society want to congratulate all the participants, and we believe that by participating in this moot competition, all the participants must have learned, gained knowledge, and also has increased their wisdom, as suggested by the guest of honor today, Justice Nina Bansal ji. It must be, the participation will definitely be of use to you in future while you will appear in the court of law. Now the time to announce the results. We have various prizes for various participants. All these prizes were sponsored by Sachin Puri ji, and let me tell you, he has increased the amount of the prize this year to a great extent. And we are very thankful to Sachin Puri ji for that. Let's start with the prize for the best memorial. We have two prizes for memorials.
Ma'am, you are not clearly
One
audible to
is
us.
best
Ma'am, I'm extremely sorry, Kiran. ma'am.
for applicant, and the other is Rajiv Gandhi. Okay. The best memorial applicant prize, Law Punjab. Is it clear?
No, ma'am.
Pramod, can you hear me?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am, it's not clear.
Connection problem is there, I think. And please check the connection. I think connection problem.
Or she should,
Switch off the video, become clear.
if she stops the video, maybe she's clear.
Hello. Okay. Let me do that. The best memorial for applicant prize goes to. Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am. You are audible. You are audible, ma'am.
Okay, it goes to Rajiv Gandhi National University of Law, Punjab. Ashutosh?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell the amount of the prize.
Just a second, ma'am. The amount for the best memorial
Is 25,000.
Was 20,000, and now it has been increased to 25,000.
25,000.
So congratulations to the winners of the best memorial, and we are thankful for the same to Sachin Puri ji.
Yeah. The best memorial for respondents, there is a tie, and two teams have got that prize, and just because of Sachin Puri ji, both the teams will get 25,000 each. It is not that they will share the prize money, but both the teams will get 25,000 each. And these teams are Amity University, Noida, and Jindal Global Law School, Sonipat. We have two prizes for the best speaker and the second best speaker in the preliminary round. The best speaker for the preliminary rounds goes to Mr. Karman Singh, speaker number 1 of National Law Institute, University, Bhopal. What is the amount of the prize? 20,000 or 15,000?
Ma'am, it has been increased from 15,000 to 20,000 now.
20,000. Okay. Congratulations to Karman Singh. Have you joined the meeting, Karman? No, he has not. The second best speaker for the preliminary rounds is Mr. Saksham Gadia from Jindal Global Law School. And what is the prize money? 15?
Ma'am, it was 10,000. Now it has been increased to 15,000.
15,000. So congratulations to Saksham Gadia. Best speaker for the final round is Miss Ayushi Thakral of Maharaja Agarsen Institute of Management Studies. Ayushi, lots of congratulations to you. You will get a prize of 20,000. now it's the turn of runner-up and winners. The runner-up team is Maharaja Akbar Sen Institute of Management Studies. The speakers in that team consist of only 2 members, and these members are Ayushi Thakral and Pratham Joshi. They are the runner-up, and they will get an amount of 45,000 as prize money. The winners are, winning team is Jindal Global Law School, consisting again of 2 members team, Yajas Achal and Saksham Gadia. Congratulations to all the winners, and congratulations and thanks to all the participants. The various rounds during the last 3 days have been judged by very eminent academicians, lawyers, and the final round was judged by the judge of the Delhi High Court also. So the participants have satisfied such eminent personalities in the legal field. We are happy for the participants for their participation. We congratulate them. We will send them their trophies, their certificates, and their prize money later after the Moot competition will be over. And congratulations to all the participants, and thanks to all the guests, Sachin Puri ji, Madam Sunila Puri ji, and my whole team, and the leader of the team, Ashutosh Acharya, and the team of my students, Anjali Singh's full team. My heartfelt thanks to all of them. Over to Pramod ji.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for announcing the results, and blessing to all the participants on your part and particularly on behalf of Law Center 2, Faculty of Law, University of Delhi. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot. Now, in this connection, since this is the formality of each and every program, at the end of the program, there should be vote of thanks to all the dignitaries present in that particular event. And that is why I would like to invite our own Dr. Ashutosh Acharya to express the very warm vote of thanks to all the guest of honors, special guest, and chief guest of the today event. Over to you, sir, Dr. Ashutosh.
Thank you so much, sir. Honorable dignitaries on the dais and August gathering, my colleagues from Law Center 2 and Faculty of Law, along with my students and participants, judges, everyone. A very good evening to one and all. I would request to bear with me because the list is really long. It had required more than 100 participants, 73 judges, and approximately 40 to 50 volunteers, along with financial from Shri Sachin Puri ji to complete this big event in 3 days. So I would first of all extend my heartfelt thanks to our chief guest for the day of the valedictory ceremony, Honorable Mr. Justice Talwant Singh ji, Judge, High Court of Delhi. Sir, thank you for being so generous to spare time from your busy schedule and grace the occasion. I am sure your words of wisdom today and enthusiasm and qualities in a lawyer that one would inculcate are very useful to the august gathering present today. Thank you, Your Honor. I also extend my gratitude to our guest of honor for the valedictory ceremony, or Honorable Miss Justice Neena Bansal Krishna ma'am, Judge, High Court of Delhi. Thank you, ma'am, for being so congenial and taking part in the moot court as the chief judge for the final round, and also gracing the occasion just in the valedictory ceremony. Thank you, Your Honor, telling us about learning by application of knowledge through co-curricular activities. It will be very useful for our students. Thank you so much, ma'am. I extend my sincere thanks to Senior Advocate Shri Jagdeep Singh Bakshi ji for judging final rounds and gracing the occasion as a special guest in the valedictory session. I thank you especially for telling us, sir, about late Shri S.K. Puri ji and his expertise pertaining to advocacy, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I also extend my heartfelt thanks to Senior Advocate P. Nagesh ji, sir, for judging the final rounds and gracing the occasion as a special guest in the valedictory ceremony. Thank you so much, sir. Further, I would like to thank our in-house leader who is not present today because of some urgent pre-engagement, our head and dean, Professor Dr. Usha Tandon ma'am, whose presence is always valuable to us. But as I said, due to pre-engagement, she could not join us. In her leadership, I can guarantee that faculty is reaching to new heights. I further thank our professor in charge, sir, Professor Dr. Mahavir Singh Kalon, sir. Sir, thank you so much for being the guiding light of the center and taking it to new heights. Sir's conviction towards work and welfare of the center has been outstanding in so far, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for being there all the time. I thank you, our beloved professor, Dr. Kiran Gupta ma'am, our faculty convener of the Moot Court Society, for being the leader of the whole program. Ma'am, your experience in handling pressure, especially, and carrying out large tasks were essential, especially in the last 3 days. And it was essential food to the whole Moot Court competition, I would say. A leader like yourself is a boon to the Moot Court Society and to the center. Thank you so much, ma'am. I thank our senior advocate, Sri Sachin Puri ji, for all the financial and logistical support that you have provided. A special thanks for providing Sri Praveen Kumar Sharma ji, who has been throughout support to me, especially in carrying out all the tasks. You, especially Sachin Puri sir, you has been a constant supporter for all these years to Moot Court Society at Law Center 2. And your contribution is immense as far as development of mooting culture at Law Center 2 is concerned. I would not hesitate to say, sir, that you set the best example of being an alumni of any institution. You have returned to the society in real sense. Sir, my heartfelt thanks to you, sir. I thank all the members of the Bar, High Court of Delhi, and other associations. I thank professors, academicians from various universities of the country who agreed so graciously to be the judges at various rounds of Shri S.K. Puri Memorial Moot Court Competition Justified 2022. As I said, a total of 73 judges had graced the occasion starting from preliminary rounds 1 to finals. Without their active participation and contribution to the competition, it could not have been possible. My sincere gratitude to one and all. I thank all the participants of the competition for showing your ardent interest and trust in Law Center 2 by participating in such huge number and making this event a grand success. Without your participation, there is no competition. Therefore, I thank you for being the building blocks of this grand event. I would be wrong if I don't thank Dr. Muhammad Umar, Assistant Professor of Law, Bennett University, and his center, Veera Mantri, Center for Peace and Justice, for preparing such a wonderful moot proposition, which is contemporaneous and relevant in the present times. Dr. Umar's contribution in the field of international law is sincerely notable. Thank you, Dr. Umar. I would be again wrong if I don't take the name of Mr. Praveen Sharma ji, Advocate, High Court of Delhi. He has been the pillar of the whole moot court competition. He was available to us all the time, be it day or night, and never hesitate to resolve and help with any sort of issue that would come up. Sharma ji, I personally thank you for being an equal part to the whole moot court competition, sir. I'm grateful to have a wonderful colleague and a friend, Dr. Ajay Sonawane, sir. He needs a special mention because without him, this event could not have been completed. He has been the fundamental person in taking care of all the technical know-how. On behalf of this committee, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I further thank our media partners, which includes Law Octopus, Live Law, Kanuniyat, and latestlaw.com, Kachari Inn, and especially Veera Mantri Center. I am also grateful to have such a great student convener, Ms. Anjali Singh, who organized this event in such an organized manner. Her conviction to work towards the growth and development of the Moot Court Society throughout the year has been commendable. Anjali, you have all the qualities of being a great leader. Your calm, composed behavior has been the key to successful completion of this grand event. It would be again an injustice if I don't thank all the volunteers of the Moot Court Society who were working behind the scene, who spent their days and nights in making this competition a grand success. I am sorry I would not be able to name all those 50 and 50 volunteers, but yes, it would be injustice if I don't name few important persons, especially Vivek Maheshwari, Himanshu, Deeptikant, Anmol, Sai Priya, Amisha, Tushar, and Abhinandan Jain. Thank you all these students, volunteers. I thank again the August gathering for participating today and making this event a grand success. All the dignitaries and faculty members, colleagues, PIC sir, everyone. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sir, would you like to say something, Sachin sir?
I just want to thank everyone.
Okay.
Very emotional each time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Asutosh, for such an extensive and very elaborate vote of thanks for all the stakeholders of this competition and all the students you have named personally. Very thanks to you because you have given all the names. Thank you all. Thank you all the participants.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Kiran ma'am, should we declare this event over now?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I would request Honorable Mr. Justice Talwant Singh ji, Judge, High Court of Delhi, to declare it as closed, sir.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. With the permission of all concerned, the event is closed. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all.